Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I know, I've been gone for a long time. I guess this is just going to be a video updating you guys on where I've been, why I have not been uploading anything, and just explain to you guys everything that has been going on in our life since my last video. So, as most of you guys know, if you guys watch my videos, if you are new here, subscribe. You definitely should. It's a good time when I do upload. I'm sorry, but I promise I'm going to get back on it, like, for real. So like I said, as most of you guys know, I was moving. My husband is in the military, and so I think the last thing I told you guys was that the military movers were going to move us, so I didn't have to pack up anything, which is why I didn't have any moving videos of me packing all my stuff. So basically, what happened is we went from one coast to another coast, and life just got really hectic and stressful, and I do not do well with stress, okay? I don't do well with stress. I do not like stress. I get really anxious and worked up, and it's just not a good time, okay? So after the military moved us, we went to Texas to visit our family for about 3 weeks, a month, something like that. Honestly, Jacob and I were just really in the moment. We spent a lot of time with our friends, a lot of time with our families, and didn't, like, YouTube was like on the back part of my brain. And as soon as I left, I regretted not filming any videos with my sisters. But it's not like I'm never going to see them. I'm definitely going to film videos with them when I see them next, which may possibly be March, but if not, probably sometime in the summer. But for sure, I'm going to film videos with them. Then we went ahead and came to North Carolina. And in that whole chaos of just living our life, we bought a house. We bought a house, and I love it, and it's beautiful, and I'm just so happy that we were able to do this, and that my husband worked so hard that he was able to get us this house. But it was a very long process. I really don't want to get too much into it, but basically it was buying a house without us physically being here to see it. So that was really scary, and not really knowing for sure what we were getting ourselves into. Thankfully, we had a really good realtor, and the house is everything we wanted and more. Ooh, sounds like Jacob just got home. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys. So yes, so we ended up getting this house, and when we came to come look at it, everything major was okay with it, but the owners before us just did not really take care of the house. The walls were painted with really cheap paint that, like, is that matte kind of paint, and if you, like, rub your hand on it or something, it, like, stays like that. If you own a house or are familiar with any kind of paints, you know what I'm talking about. It's just that cheap paint that the people who build the houses paint or use to paint it. Can't think. But anyways, so after closing on the house, we moved in. It was just dirty. I am a neat freak. I have to have everything clean. That is just the kind of person that I am. That is how I was raised, and I'm thankful for that, but it's also very annoying when I come into a house that we just bought and realize that now I have to do everything. And Jacob and I sat in our living room the day we moved in. It was empty, and we were just like, okay, well, this is ours. Great, that's awesome. I'm so, like, thankful and grateful that we were able to do this, but now it's time to do the things that we really didn't want to do, which was the baseboards were covered in dust and dirt, and the people that I guess just never cleaned, or never cleaned like how I clean. They had a dog that they let rub his, like, body and paws all over the walls, and they had kids. Of course, I know, I get it. I have a lot of siblings. Like, kids can make a house dirty, but it's the fact that, like, these people seem like they never even cleaned up after their kids. So there was holes in the wall. They left a lot of shelves on the walls, and those wire covers, like, to cover your TV wires and stuff, like, and when you take those off, like, we were using a blow dryer, but it still ripped, like, paint off the wall. It's like to the drywall. So like I said, I don't do well with stress, and in all this happening, I was just, like, freaking out. And I know Jacob, I'm so, like, thankful that Jacob is how he is. He's very patient, and he just, like, is like, Justine is really not that serious, like, relax. But I was just freaking out and just getting frustrated with how it was. And thankfully, we had the means to hire a professional cleaner to come and do the first initial clean so that I didn't have to sit on my hands and knees for an hour scrubbing everything. Because, yeah, the first night we tried to do the living room and kitchen area, which I do plan on doing a house tour. It's not going to be really decorated yet. I haven't, since I never have owned a house or had what are they called? Landlords that let us put holes in the wall and stuff. I never really got to decorate. And because this is mine, this is ours, I get to actually decorate, which I'm super excited about, which over the next 3 years, which hopefully we're going to make that longer if the military lets us, I will be able to accumulate things to make my house a home. And so I will do a video probably this next week of just how my house looks now and show you guys everything in it. It's not super big. It's just 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an open concept living room, dining room, and kitchen, which is nice. But yeah, so we stood there cleaning everything for an hour and our backs were hurting. It was getting really late and we were just like, you know what? It's just going to be easier if we hire somebody to do the first clean and then we'll just keep up with it. And that's what we did. And then after that, we had to hire painters to come and paint the interior of the house, as well as we have a porch in the front that has like 4 columns, and those needed to be painted again because they were chipping and not cute. Our house is newer. It was built in 2016, so that's awesome. And then the painters just got done painting our house this last Friday. So it is December the 16th, so whatever the Friday was before that. So now I'm finally getting around to decorating my house how I want it to look. My house is kind of decorated with Christmas stuff, not as much as I would like for it to be, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I only can do so much. Thankfully, Jacob let me go on a little Christmas shopping spree at Michael's, and we got like $400 worth of Christmas stuff for like $170, so that was a good deal. I like finding deals, okay? Any kind of way I can save money and get a lot of stuff is my favorite kind of way. But yeah, so I'm currently sitting in what is the guitar room / office room. It is the smallest room in this house, but it works perfectly for what we're going to use it for. I have nothing really in the guest room / future baby's room whenever that happens. I plan to eventually buy a bed for in there, but in time, guys, in time. Other than that, Jacob started his new job, and he so far likes it from what I've gathered. I'm sure he does. Maybe one of these days I'll get him to come back on here and do a video with me, but he doesn't really like being on camera that much. And Rocky really loves having his own backyard. Since we did get Rocky in California and we were living in a townhouse, we had like a back porch, but we could never really let him out that much on it because there was like an opening at the bottom and his little self likes to run away and he will try to wiggle underneath there and get out, so we didn't really let him out often. But now he has a whole yard that he loves and he goes crazy for, so I'm really thankful. I don't know how many times I'm going to say I'm thankful for that, but I am really thankful and grateful that this is we're at a place in our lives where we're able to afford things like that and just have that luxury to own our own house. I mean, we're still pretty young, but it's exciting. It's exciting. It's scary, but it's a fun little journey that is now happening in our lives. So what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, as far as my weight loss goes, I'm going to be honest. I have stopped calorie counting. I have just been like intuitive eating and really just kind of enjoying myself. And thankfully my weight has not really gone up or down. I'm currently 209 pounds, which I don't know how much I weighed in my last weigh-in video, but I'm pretty positive that's less than what I weighed. So that's awesome. And I still try to work out. There was a moment in Texas where, well, even just like traveling and stuff, you know, you get tired, you don't want to work out. That's like the last thing on your mind. But traveling when Janae was with me, we worked out once at the hotel, and then while I was home in Texas, I worked out a few times with one of my best friends, and I think it was just her that I worked out with. I don't know if I worked out with Janae or anything. I can't remember. Oh, and then I went to like the trails and walked and stuff while Jacob ran, and I walked Rocky. And so now that we're here and now that my house finally has people out of it and I can, you know, live my normal life again, I'm still not, I decided I don't really want a calorie count. I just know that I'm not gonna be able to do that my entire life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to live my life calorie counting every single calorie, every single thing that I eat and put into my body. I'm still trying to work out 5 days a week at least. That's been pretty good so far. Okay, it's more like 3 to 5, but as long as I'm getting my workout in and just really trying to take care of myself and just be very what is it called? I can't think of the word, guys. Just try to be more aware of what I'm putting into my body. I'm happy, and I have 9 more pounds to make it out of the 200s, which I'm really going to strive for. I'm going to try my best to get out of it by the summer. I think that's more than enough time. Sorry, I keep saying I just keep losing track of what I'm trying to say, and it's really annoying, and I know it is, so I'm sorry. As far as my fitness and just health goes, I will still be doing like what I eat in a days, but there will just be like what I eat in a days for whatever I want to eat / like intuitive eating, because I don't want to include calories or anything when that's not what I'm doing. I also don't want to make my channel based solely on my weight loss. Thankfully, over the last year, I've been able to lose about 75 pounds, which is, I'm proud of myself. That's a good amount of weight. I really put blood, sweat, and tears into that. It's not the 100 that I wanted it to be, but I'm happy with how far I've come, and I know that as long as I stay consistent and just keep pushing forward, the weight may come off very slow, but it's going to come off. Like, I'm never going to give up on myself because I work too hard to be where I am. But I don't want my channel to be focused on my weight loss. I know that's why I started it, for like accountability purposes, but that's just, I want my channel to be my life. I want to show you guys my house, the things I buy for it, doing hauls of like home stuff. I'm currently working on painting a gather sign I got on sale at Kirkland's. Maybe I haven't really finished it. I attempted to paint it with paint. That didn't work out so hot, so I'm going to attempt to spray paint it. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see. I'll record it anyways and just put it up just to see if maybe someone's interested in seeing me fail. But I just want it to be my life. I want you guys to see everything that's going on in it. I want my channel to just be me living my life, and then just weight loss being added into it. Like, I don't know. I have a lot on my mind, guys, and I know it's been a hot minute since I filmed a video and just talked to y'all about what's going on. And for a minute there, I didn't even think I wanted to do YouTube anymore, just because I felt like I was just so stressed out. I needed a second to step back and like breathe. But now that I feel like I've done that, I'm ready to get back on there and try to be as consistent as possible with uploading and giving y'all content. So I don't really have anything else to say. I'm going to do a house tour soon. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because I promise you I'm going to try my best to upload. And give this video a like if you liked it. I know I was kind of all over the place. I know I said a lot of but that's just who I am, guys. I'm sorry. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.